Some kids love it though, but you got to push off that back leg just real tight. And again, we'll show some of our kids do this in the drills. Grant's phenomenal at it. Tracy McGrady was probably the other great one at it. I just didn't have any video. But that, obviously these are incredible NBA players, but high school players can do this. High school girls can do this. It's a very simple move. I think Nash is the simplest, but some kids really love the Grant Hill. So I'll show how we teach that in a second. So basically slow through the legs. We want to go straight most of the time if we can. But the key is that push off the back leg. And you'll see some kids do this in a second and they get no push off their back leg and it's not going to work for them. So he just kind of jumps and there's no push off his back leg. So the guy's not going to think he's going to beat him straight. So later on, I'll pull these kids aside and try to help them with it. Same kind of thing. So he's got no push off his back leg. There's no threat of him going straight. So that's a little bit better. He pushed off really good. This girl does it pretty well. Good push. But we're trying to lull them to sleep with the slow through the legs. And then you get them nice low cross. That was probably the best one so far. All right, last sensation we teach is a float sideways. You can take 1 or 2 dribbles. This one's a lot easier for kids. Some of the kids can't grasp the concept of the Nash sometimes, or they can't do the Grant Hill at all through their legs. So this is a simple little move that we like to teach. We also teach it to a lot of kids who are good shooters. Then they slide. The defense sometimes will back up, and they can bust a 3 in their face. Again, we would do this right left-handed, but I just showed it with the left hand today. It's a good example. Float. And again, makes her, quicker. 1 dribble, boom. A lot of times they're waiting for that second dribble. You can beat them with the first one. Again, we teach all the kids the moves, and they kind of pick. Here's a nice 3. Again, the threat of the 3, she can drive. And it could be where some of the kids will, when they have it in their left hand, they'll do a Nash. When they have it in their right hand, they'll do a float. So sometimes it's a combination of whatever feels most comfortable for them in either hand. So here, there's a little section where they choose their favorite move. Nice Nash. Grant Hill. Again, I'm not really talking about angles they take after they drive, but that's something that we talk about a lot. But and if they can't figure out what their favorite move is, I'll help them. I'll say, hey, you got a great Nash, just stick with it. So here's one of our kind of a different game.